Good morning, students. So in this video we are going to revise our lesson number 4, which is carbon and its compounds. So let us see this chapter at a glance. So basically life on earth depends on carbon based molecules. Its percentage on earth's crust is 0.02%, whereas in atmosphere it is 0.03%. So in spite of this small percentage, carbon element has an immense importance in every sphere of our life. Why so? Because of the fact that all living things, ourselves, plants, animals, everything are made up of carbon based compounds. Whatever things which we use in our daily life are made up of carbon compounds, like our food, our clothes, our fuels, paper, rubber, plastic, everything. So no doubt carbon element plays a very important role in our daily life. That's why carbon is known as versatile element. So its atomic number is 6, electronic configuration is 2,4, valence electrons 4, valency 4. It is placed under group 14 and period 2. So basically carbon has 4 electrons in its outermost shell. So it should either lose these electrons or gain 4 more electrons to acquire electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. But carbon atom is very small, and due to which its outermost electrons are strongly held by the nucleus. So it is not possible for carbon to either lose the electrons or gain the electrons. So carbon basically overcomes this difficulty by sharing its valence electrons with other carbon atoms or with the atoms of other elements, and hence form covalent compounds. So covalent compounds can be defined as the chemical bond which is formed by sharing of electrons between two atoms. So just like in our previous chapter we have studied about ionic compounds, the properties of ionic compounds. Similarly, covalent compounds has also some characteristics which is just opposite to the ionic compounds. Here you can see the difference. Covalent compounds are generally solid, liquid or gases, but ionic compounds were generally solids. They are insoluble in water, whereas ionic compounds are soluble in water. Covalent compounds are soluble in organic solvents, whereas ionic compounds were insoluble in organic solvents. Covalent compounds do not conduct electricity, they conduct electricity. And here you can see about the melting point. The covalent compounds have low melting and boiling points due to weak intermolecular forces of attraction, whereas ionic compounds have high melting and boiling point. Now let us see the formation of some covalent molecules. So all these covalent molecules are important. These are some of the examples of covalent molecules. In each one of this you can see that their electrons have been shared. So they basically form the covalent compounds. So depending on the number of pairs of electrons shared, the covalent bonds formed may be called as single bond. Here you can see in the case of hydrogen, chlorine, methane, hydrogen chloride, as well as water. And if the number of pairs shared are 4, then there is double bond, and if the number of pairs shared are 3, then there is triple bond, as in case of nitrogen molecule we can see N2. You can try this on your own. So there will be triple bond between the nitrogen atom. Now let us discuss about the allotropes of carbon. So allotropy is basically the property by virtue of which an element can exist in more than one form which have similar chemical properties but different physical properties. And there are 3 allotropes of carbon. First is diamond, second is graphite, and third is Buckminster fullerene, which is C60. It is basically a football shaped allotrope of carbon. Here you can see the difference between the diamond and the graphite. Their difference in the physical properties. So as you can see, the diamond is hard, graphite is on the other hand is soft. Diamond is non-conductor of electricity, graphite is good conductor of electricity. You can see the difference in the structure. Diamond is octahedral, graphite is hexagonal. Diamond is basically colorless, transparent and shiny, whereas graphite is black and opaque. This C60 Buckminster fullerene is neither hard nor soft. So these are the allotropes of carbon.